And we are live. I'm going to do this one real quick for you guys just to answer some questions before I have to get back to teaching today. There we go. There's my level. Do this for a quick, almost 25 minutes. Let me aim this a little more at myself. What's going on? Starting to have some friends come in. I'm going to let Instagram know real quick while we're getting ready. Woo! Hello, friends. What's going on? I am going to hang out for just a little under 25 minutes and answer some questions for you guys. And I'm going to let Instagram know we are here as well. Hey, what's going on? And I've got Instagram here in my other hand, just so you guys know that like I'm talking to you and I'm talking to other people at the same time. Hello there. On Instagram, I'm doing a quick Q&A on our YouTube channel. So if you want to come ask questions, we have already started. Come hang out and I'll be answering some questions in the chat. The link for that is on my page. If you hit my link, you'll see the thing for YouTube right there. Oh, hey, that's awesome, Bruce. I'm really glad that our videos have been able to help you. I'm glad that it's been making a difference, and I'm glad you were able to catch this live stream. I'm doing it a little earlier today. For you guys on Instagram, again, we're doing the official stream for about 20 minutes. I'll be doing a quick Q&A on our YouTube channel. That's the Extreme Vocal Institute YouTube. If you just hit the link on my page, there's a link right there. If you actually click the link for the new music video I have out for Silver, it's the same account. So you can check out the music video and then come join in the live. And if you guys want to ask questions, feel free to join us. Again, we're on YouTube. Come hang. And that's that. I'll answer a few questions while we're here today. Like the name says, this is just a quick Q&A. And for people in the chat that haven't heard it yet, I did put out a song last week called Silver. It's been out for a week, and I think did we hit 15K? No, not yet. Almost, but crazy. We're only 5 hour mark, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Ooh. Have you heard the song Juliet Metzger? I'm lost for how they perform some of their vocals. No, I haven't heard the song, but I'll definitely check that out at some point. Thank you for the recommendation. Hell yeah. I'm going to let the school know as well. Hope you guys are doing well and that the end of the year is treating everyone all right. I know this time of year is a little crazy for everyone normally, so I hope everyone's doing all right. And like I mentioned, I'm going to have to go start teaching in about 20 minutes, but I'll hang with you guys until then. But no, I haven't heard that song. I'll have to add the Juliet Massacre to my ever growing list of things I have to look up. I'm new to watching your channel. How did you get started on your singing journey? I love to sing heavy metal songs and want to learn more. Well, Alex, you are in the right place, and I'm glad you've joined us here, and I hope you enjoy all the videos that we have for you guys here on the channel. The way I got started was kind of backwards because I was always involved in only things like classical and jazz and stuff like that, and really fell in love with metal and vocals like this about 13 years ago. Like I was still in the middle of high school, and I started screaming first. I fell in love with it and tried to dive right in with screaming first, and didn't even realize until about a year or so after how important it would be to work on my actual singing voice. And I started to really get involved with that afterwards as well. And I've been working both ever since, which is part of why I've been able to unlock the kind of flexibility I have and what I've used in turn to be able to teach so many of you guys all over the place the same sorts of things that I've been picking up. And I'm addressing Instagram real quick. I'm really glad that we've been able to help you. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm really glad that that helped. The wait list for private lessons is a bit long right now, but you can hit the link on our page for extremevocalinstitute.com, and that you'll be able to find the private lesson option through there that'll put you in touch with me. For you guys on Instagram, I'm doing a quick official YouTube stream. We're doing a bit of a Q&A until I have to start teaching in just under 20 minutes. So if you want to come ask some questions, hit the link on our page, find the YouTube link right there. It's just YouTube Extreme Vocal Institute. And we are here right now going. I'll read one more question while I have Instagram open, but from the YouTube chat. Hey Nathan, what's up? The face stretches have helped me get better with approaching the basic fry register. Oh, that's so sick. I'm really glad. That happens a lot when we're dealing with different tensions, especially in the upper body and towards the neck and face. If we accidentally have tension being put on the vocal cords, that can be enough, like your face being locked up. It can be enough to make it so it's forcing the vocal cords to just connect normally, and it's not giving us the kind of flexibility we need to be able to actually access that fry sound in the first place. So I'm glad that the face stretches have been working. And for those of you who haven't seen our different exercises for stuff like that, we have some examples, lots of examples here on our YouTube channel. So you guys in my hand, make sure you're subscribed. And we also have our entire warm-up section of the EVI Now program, which is on sale right now until Christmas. For you guys that are in the YouTube chat, if you check the links in the description of this live stream, you'll see the link to be able to get the sale price for our EVI Now program. So you guys on Instagram, if you want to learn more about what we've got going on here and come ask some questions, head over to our YouTube channel or hit the link on my page to come hang out with us and ask some questions. And again, our EVI Now program is still on sale. I'm answering questions in the YouTube stream, but I'll catch you guys there. Join us. I'll be here for about like 15 more minutes. All right, let me keep going here. Yeah, Toro, like that does happen a lot. We have these tensions without realizing it. Screaming and growling has helped me understand how to sing normally. Oh, seriously, like it's not just that singing can strengthen the screaming voice. It does work both ways. Screaming can do wonders for the singing voice if you let it. The Black Sheep, hello friend. After you've warmed up before screaming and then you do it, and then for some hours you don't, do you have to redo the whole warm up? The Black Sheep, it depends on how much time goes by. Sometimes, like depending on shows, like I have some of my touring artists playing shows, do the full warm up, maybe an hour or so before the set, then have a bit of a lull, like a quiet period, and then a very quick mini version of the warm up, just making a few noises to ramp back up again right before the set. So it's not like you are, for example, doing all that warming up and vocalizing and then having to go right on stage and having to do like much more vocalizing in a shorter span of time. By incorporating that little rest period, you can really do a lot. An hour to maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5, 3 is okay for doing a full warm up and then a quick one. If it's any more than that, you may want to just kind of warm up again because we kind of just go back to normal after a certain amount of time. Important question. When I started false chord, it was okay and it didn't hurt and I was okay. Then I got an ugly cough for weeks and then I couldn't. It hurts when I was breathing and I don't know why. So my friend here, Chunk Lord, in the chat, you are definitely going to want to go to a doctor to make sure you haven't hurt anything. There's a good chance that you haven't, but on the off chance that you did hurt something vocally or accidentally overuse something else along in there by mistake, you want to make sure you get checked out by a professional and a medical expert to really look at what's going on and give you a definitive answer. Because in a public live stream like this, especially when I haven't worked one-on-one with you, there's only so much that I can have you do and so much I can instruct in a safe way. And I wouldn't want to see you hurt yourself anymore, especially if this is something you really enjoy. And if you want to make sure you can continue to do it in a safe and healthy way, definitely go get medical attention and just get examined and just kind of see where you're at. The most likely scenario is you just need to rest a little bit and give it some time, and then you'll be able to get back on your feet. But you can never be too careful. So definitely go get examined if and when you can. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing my false chord scream right. I got a decent sounding scream, but it starts to hurt after a bit. Another person doing false chord hurting them. If you check out our different videos here on false chord, for example, on our YouTube channel here, we have a great video called False Chord versus Fry Scream that talks a lot about balancing the sounds and how to differentiate them and how to kind of tell when you've achieved that balance. If that video helps you, definitely leave a like and a comment on there. We also have many different courses on this topic, not just with the scream itself, but with how to balance it in our EVI Now program, which is on sale right now. The 1 month subscription is, and you can hit the link down in the description for that. Or again, for people that are having very specific issues with pain, I always think it's the best thing to go to the doctor first, rest, then medical attention, then kind of getting back into rebalancing the sound. And if you want to work with a vocal professional like myself, as you kind of get back on your feet, you can check out the private lesson option on our website. You can get there through the link in the description as well.
Should probably make a note what pain versus discomfort.
And you want to really kind of gauge the difference between, is it just a little uncomfortable, kind of that itchy, scratchy, just a little bit of a warm feeling? Or are you getting like supreme interruption in your speaking voice? Are you feeling actual pain somewhere higher up level wise? Things like that. In any case, going to a doctor to get yourself looked at and going to like a voice specialist, like an ear, nose, and throat doctor to actually get a camera down there to see what's going on is always the best thing to do so that you know and you're not just guessing with this sort of thing. I will mention a lot of times people doing the false chord scream hurting themselves, it tends to be an air issue. So that's not always the case. And again, I can't know without working with you directly because it's so hard to do in a live stream publicly like this. But the first thing I would look at is thinking about the amount of air you're using and see if you maybe have been using too much. Let's see. Ways to practice breath control while out in the world and in public, while walking, shopping, riding. But yeah, you absolutely can practice your breathing exercises anywhere. It's just about being kind of discreet with it. If you are one of our members of our EVI Now program and you've seen the exercises in the complete breathing section, or even if you've just used some of what you've learned in our YouTube video here called How to Breathe for Metal Vocals, definitely check that out if you haven't already. Leave a like and a comment if that helps. But you can kind of do those in a more discreet way where you aren't like drawing too much attention to yourself. And like with so many things, we want to try and keep the exercises either as quiet or as silent as possible. So you can definitely do it without being disruptive either and get that breathing practice in throughout little chunks of the day, as opposed to like having to set time aside for it. As I always say to my private students, you're going to be breathing anyway. So you may as well give it a shot. Normal singing so important. What exercises specifically do you recommend? All of the different exercises that you can find for singing specifically for the different voice types that are located in our EVI Now program are what I personally spent the most time creating and working on and testing on myself and working on with my students. And now that it's available to you guys, to make sure that you're able to have everything you need in terms of a very, very good all-intensive warm-up both for singing and screaming. And if you want access to that, again, we are running a sale right now, and the link is down in the description. What effects do you hear in clients' vocals who have had their tonsils removed? It's not necessarily, my friend Singer Swim in the chat, that there's a huge difference in what it sounds like it sounds like something else. It just might affect a little bit of the resonance. It also depends on the age you were when you've gotten them removed, especially because they've changed so much of how that surgery works. It depends on how much they took out and a lot of other things like that as well. So it really depends. It's different on a case by case basis. But you can still scream and you can still sound totally great without the tonsils. If you learned to scream before you got them removed, then you get them removed and then you're having to figure it out after, it can be a bit weird for a little bit, developing new muscle memory. And you're definitely going to want to work one on again, it gets so specific to general information about this stuff thing for you. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this. Safety first, yes, indeed. Perfect things. You're very welcome. It's also weird. I have to do a fry gutter on them, pull it back to get my placement right for the fry screen, starting instead of building it up after warming up. Sometimes, and you're okay, Otaro. I totally understand what you're going for. Sometimes it's because we rely too much on the context. Like we're trying to go for the tone that we would use in a song and something that sounds good, and then we're trying to find the elements in that. I always say to kind of remove context from it first and see what you're left with when it's just the sound by itself and not like the ideas that we're having about what we want to use it for. And make sure that you still have control both with context and without it. Not from begin to scream. That's awesome. Any tips on how to avoid shortness of breath and running out of air? Type of vocal who moves a lot on stage, being in a hardcore band. Nasli, I definitely feel you. Although I'm not in a hardcore band, I very much do the same thing. The key to really not running out of air is being on top of both energy and air management. So being on top of physical fitness in a manner that's more balanced and not just about output is really important, on top of practicing a lot of the breathing exercises demonstrated again in our YouTube video, How to Breathe for Metal Vocals, and even more so in our course called Complete Breathing that's in our EVI Now program. Our 1 month for that is on sale right now, and you can hit the link down in the description to check that out if you want more. Hey Jasper, you're totally fine. Is wearing masks drying out for your voice? I wouldn't think so because it's more that it's passing through things. It's not like moisture is getting absorbed through different things like that.
People
Because
may be drinking water less because they're wearing masks.
yeah, something we've definitely seen is you might be drinking less water during the day if you're having to wear a mask a lot at work. So you may want to try and up your overall water intake in cases like that. You're very welcome. Silver is absolute fire. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying that. For people in the chat who haven't seen this, I dropped a song called Silver last week, and the music video for it is up right now. And we hit, I think we're nearing 15,000 views on that thing, which is insane for 1 week. You guys are nuts. For those of you who have been hanging out in the lives, you'll know if we get the music video to 20,000 views by the end of this month, I have to put the words idiot sandwich into the lyrics of one of the next Renaissance songs I do. And we got most of the way there in 1 week. So it's probably going to happen. But if you want to make sure, I have to put idiot sandwich into one of my songs. All you have to do is get my music video to 20,000 views by the end of the month. And it's already most of the way there. So if you haven't heard it yet, definitely check out the song. I hope you enjoy. Leave a like and a comment on the music video. It would really help a lot. And for you guys here in the live stream, I have an exclusive secret EP I just put out that's just for you guys called I Hope the Cold Remembers Us. I have a link to it down in the description. You can check it out right there. It has lots of really cool perks, like you get the download for the silver artwork, exclusive EP artwork that no one else will have or see. You get an incredibly high download quality of all 4 songs that I have out so far, including Silver, the new one. You get a digital copy of all the handwritten lyrics done by me. And you get a personalized thank you scream video message from me to you with your name in it sent to your email as well. So I have a link to that live stream exclusive EP down in the description. That's just for you guys as a thank you for all the support this year. I was just listening to Slipknot. Corey Taylor's definitely a big favorite of mine.
It's also his birthday.
It's also his birthday today. Can't really hear how much volume I'm using. I think it's due to emotion and performing itself. Not being able to hear yourself and being able to tell how much volume you're using at a show can be a lot of different things. It could be how into it you're getting. It could be the stage volume. It could be the equipment being used on stage. It could be your microphone. It could be cables. It could be if your hearing's been a little damaged. It could be the hearing protection you're wearing. If you're using in-ears, it could be problems with that or how they're being used. If it's monitors on the floor, it could be the way they're being used. If you have your own sound person versus if it's a house sound guy, there are a lot of reasons that could happen, but you kind of want to go down the list and kind of troubleshoot step by step until you figure out why you're having trouble balancing in the moment when you're performing live. Idiot sandwich. Yes, Jasper, we're so close. Oh my God. Difference between doing chest voice fry and head voice falsetto fry. Most fry screams that you hear out there are based on higher notes. So most of them are actually head voice falsetto note based fry screams because that's kind of what makes them sound right. It's not that doing them in the chest voice is wrong. It's just because it's lower, the frequencies are happening in a lower place, and all the overtones and the distortion is happening lower. So the waveforms are slower, and there's more space between things. So it doesn't have the same kind of effect. So even though it still sounds, it's still a scream, it doesn't necessarily sound as exciting for that reason because of all the math involved. Difference between those sounds you make from time to time. Do you mean the sirens? Because the sirens are very relaxing. Went to record my vocals, loaded into my software, start recording. I feel like I'm rushing the whole time. Turns out you were doing it much faster BPM wise. I've definitely been there before. Logan, really great piece of advice. Double check your metronome first to make sure you're using the right BPM. And with that being said, I do need to start saying my goodbyes now because I have another student in just a few minutes. I'm glad I've been able to answer so many questions in such a short amount of time. That's awesome. And I'm glad that you guys are really enjoying these live streams and getting a lot out of these things. And I'm glad that all of you are subscribed and enjoying our channel here as well. And if you want more help like this, and if you enjoy the music videos we've been putting out, our EVI Now program is still on sale until Christmas. You can get the 1-month subscription for a lower price by hitting the link down in the description. And it has all the kinds of things we do here on the YouTube channel and so much more for you guys, including a whole warm-up program made by us. I also put out a song called Silver this past week, and the music videos here on the channel that I'm super proud of. Definitely go check that out. Leave a like and a comment. If we get that to 20,000 views by the end of this month, I have to put the phrase idiot sandwich into the lyrics of the next song I do, which is insane because we're only about 5,000-ish away because you guys got so many views on that thing in a week, which is insane. So I'm probably going to have to do it. So definitely keep watching that and check it out if you haven't already. I put out a live stream exclusive EP for you guys that I'm not posting about anywhere called I Hope the Cold Remembers Us. I have a link to that down in the description as well. And there's lots of different perks that come along with that as well. And again, that was as a thank you to all of you who have been supporting my music in this first year of having Renaissance. I have to let you guys go for now. Hopefully I'll be able to jump on here again and hang out with you guys this week. Stuff's a bit crazy here in the background. And if you're one of my students or anything like that, you know some of the chaos that's been going on. But we love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm super glad I could answer some of your questions. Keep screaming responsibly. Check out the links down below for lots of different ways to support us. And I will catch you guys later.